Hello my fellow simmers, this is Alina from My Sims Dream House, and today I'm going to show you how to make beautiful non-CC gallery paintings. For that you will need images that you want in the game, a photo editing software, and today I'll be using Photoshop, the Sims 4 Studio that will be linked down below, both the Sims 4 and the Sims 4 Legacy Edition, these two mods by Scumbumbo that will help you make your paintings nice and clear, and a lot of patience. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So first we're gonna start by selecting the pictures that we want to turn into paintings in the Sims 4. I have mine already saved here. Then we open the Sims 4 Studio and we hit Object, select the Stuff Pack Vintage Glamour and go for this poster. You can save the package wherever you want, just make sure it is accessible and easy to find. I will name this one Painting Tutorial. Then we click Save. Then we're gonna go to Texture, Export, and save the PNG file. This file we're gonna further open it into Photoshop. Then we will select the inside of the frame that we don't need. Click on it and then hit delete. Now we're gonna open the paintings folder. You can see that I've separated mine into 3 folders. My already done paintings, the newest ones, and the ones in progress. So we move the photo in Photoshop, we center it, and then I save it in progress as a PNG, and I'm gonna save them by number, so it's gonna be easy for me to do it in the Sims 4 Studio. And then we move on to the next one, we center it, click OK, and then save as PNG. We go on with this, but I've cut to the Sims 4 Studio because the process is relatively the same. Now we remove all the extra swatches and then click Import and go to our already done paintings. And then we just add the swatches one by one. Click Add Swatch, Import, add the file. Add swatch, import, add the file. As you can see, I have 46 swatches on the paintings because I prefer doing more at once rather than having the same process, since it's such a long process to do it every other day when I get bored of my painting. So I choose to do a lot at once. And then we choose a thumbnail so we can see it in the game and recognize it. And then go ahead and click Save. Your package has been saved now. Now you're gonna want to go to the Origin website and search for the Sims 4 Legacy, but because I have prior to this video downloaded this edition, now it only says View in Library. After you have downloaded the Legacy Edition, you're going to have a second folder in your Electronic Arts, and it is now time to move the paintings package into the modes folder of the Legacy. Go into Settings, Game Properties, make sure to disable Origin, and then in Advanced and choose the Legacy game. Now you're gonna click save, and when you click on play, the legacy edition is gonna open. The game is gonna look relatively the same, it's just not gonna have the gallery, which I think is the main reason why the pictures won't get flagged, because after the latest patch, every picture was getting flagged as CC. Now we're gonna create a family of 8. I always choose this aspiration, creativity, and a painter, and then make them creative, perfectionist, and loners, so we're not gonna have problems with them needing social interactions. So I go ahead and make the other 7 exactly the same. Talk about diversity, every single person has the same personality. Now you're going to want to save your family. I named them My Painter, so they're going to be easy to find. And click Save. Now we're going to go to Newcrest. This is where I usually do all my paintings. You're going to need 2 adjacent lots. I use this 2. This one is for the family, and we move them in there. As soon as we move, we can just go back to the world and choose the twin oracle point where we can place our CC paintings. We build a wall and we lift it by 3 times. You can paint the wall if you want, but it's not a requirement. Then we go and look for our painting, and to make it easier, we look for the custom content one. So there we have it, and then we just place it multiple times on the wall, and then we're just gonna adjust the type of painting that we need. Then we go back to our painters, and now we're gonna build their stage. We open the console with Ctrl+Shift+C and insert our cheats, move objects on, and ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, and add them some money so they can afford the paintings. We need the ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement for the easels that we're gonna want to use. We need to use the highest quality easel, so our paintings are gonna look really good. So we build them a stage. We also gonna lift it by 3, the same as the wall. We add the stairs so the Sims can go up. And now we're gonna look for easel and choose the best one. You can place 8 easels for 8 Sims, or you can also place more so you don't have to change them all the time. I usually place the easels parallel to the painting that I want to paint, so the sim is going to have the best view when taking the screenshot for the painting. You're gonna need to adjust this every time you change the paintings on the wall. Now we're gonna make all our sims masters in painting with the cheat. I will also link it down below. Now all our painters are masters, and we're gonna cheat their needs so they won't have any reason to stop painting. After the Sims are happy, I adjust the easels in the right position and teleport the recording sim next to it. And then click paint from reference and large painting from reference. You can choose to make any type of paintings, but I usually choose large paintings because it is easier and in my opinion they look better. Now we're going to take a screenshot and try to center it as much as possible so the painting is going to look nice and clean. You're going to want to pay attention to the time of the day when you're painting. White is usually going to look different depending on where the sun is. I found that white paintings look the whitest when you paint them between 11 AM and 1 PM. But depending on the type of effect that you want your painting to have, you can just trial and error until you find the right spot for you. Now we get the rest of our painters to paint as well, so we get most of our time. After all our paintings are done, we are building a wall. And then we take all the paintings and place them on the wall. After we've placed all our paintings, we select the wall and save it as a room. As you can see, the wall is not flagged with CC, so we are good to go. We're gonna name them paintings, and you're gonna want to pay attention to the time that you're saving this wall, just so you know which tray files to move in your normal Sims 4 game. I usually take a screenshot of my phone screen so I know exactly the time that I saved the room. Now that we saved it, we exit the game, we go to the tray and look for the files. We copy them and move them into the Sims 4 game tray. We paste it, and then we go back to the settings, game properties, we enable origin again, and then we switch to 64-bit. And then we click save, play. Now we're just gonna go on a lot. We're gonna look in the library, and as you can see, our paintings are here. We place them on the lot. And in play mode, we're gonna click on them and set filter and no filter. This is the mod by Scumbumbo, and this is giving the paintings the clear effect. Now this is how they look like, and you can choose to frame them, or if you have a painting like this one in the middle that doesn't really look good with a frame on, you just leave them frameless. Now I'm gonna save the room to my library, and afterwards I can share it. And that has been it. This is Alina from my Sims Dream House. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and if you did, make sure to like this video and share it with your fellow Simmers. Bye!